Okay, so OnePlus have finally launched their latest device, which is the flagship device, OnePlus 15. And many users are not happy about the downgrades, what we are seeing on OnePlus 15. See, there are few hardware downgrades like, the camera segment, haptics, and even display downgrades are there. So to see all these downgrades, we are doing this video of OnePlus 15. And in these segments like camera, haptic, and display, we'll be comparing it with OnePlus 13. And later we'll talk about things like software, performance, and other things. So basically, it's a detailed review of OnePlus 15. And if you guys find this video helpful, then do consider subscribing and also press the like button. I'll be not wasting much of time in unboxing part, but inside the box you get everything: your device, 120 watt charger, a USB to Type-C charging cable, user manual, a case matching your device color, and a SIM rejected. So everything inside this one box. So first let's talk about the cameras itself. And I'll be comparing the photos with OnePlus 13 also. Right now I'll be showing you guys the comparison photos and other photos which I did not compare and were clicked with OnePlus 15. All the photos are uploaded on G Drive. So you guys can compare yourself, check out the quality of the photos, and share your thoughts in the comment section. See, both the devices comes with triple camera setup. On OnePlus 15, the primary camera is 50 megapixel IMX906. OnePlus 13 has LYT808. Telephoto is again 50 megapixel on OnePlus 15. The sensor is JN5, which supports 3.5x optical zoom and 7x high quality lossless zoom. On 13, we get to see LYT600 with 3x optical zoom. Ultra wide lens on OnePlus 15 is 50 megapixel, which is omni sensor. And on OnePlus 13, we get to see JN5. Front camera is Sony IMX709 on OnePlus 15, which is 32 megapixel, and on OnePlus 13 we have similar megapixel, but the sensor is IMX615. This time no Hasselblad branding on OnePlus 15. Instead they have their new Detail Max engine, and here are the samples of OnePlus 15 and OnePlus 13. In ultra wide, almost all the pictures are better on OnePlus 15, primarily in low light. The noise is very minimal. Glares are also not to be seen much, and the text is crisp. Colors are very well controlled. Even the HDR is controlled pretty well on OnePlus 15, and the daylight picture, I noticed OnePlus 15 color output is very good, wherein on OnePlus 13 we get that slightly warm tone. With primary lens, in across all the samples, posters, plans, portraits, billboard, the OnePlus 15 consistently deliver brighter, cleaner, and more balanced shot. The dynamic range is noticeably better with well exposed highlights and detailed shadows. Colors on OnePlus 15 looks more natural and true to life, while the OnePlus 13 often appear darker, contrast heavy, and slightly muted. Details is also sharp on OnePlus 15 with clearer texture and less noise or smoothing. And here you can take a look at the telephoto performance between OnePlus 15 and OnePlus 13, which is even more noticeable. Across all the telephoto samples, posters, signs, flowers, and close-up details, the OnePlus 15 delivers brighter and more balanced images. Exposure is handled much better, shadow stays open, and you don't lose details in darker areas. On the other hand, OnePlus 13 tends to underexpose, giving a darker, heavier look that hides fine texture. In terms of details, the OnePlus 15 clearly pulls ahead. In low light, again, OnePlus 15 clearly pulls ahead in almost all the scenarios. The OnePlus 15 delivers bright and more balanced night shot with controlled highlight and visible details in both the shadows and illuminating areas, whether it's a bright signboard, neon light, or dimly lit streets. The OnePlus manages exposure better and even avoid harsh glow or clipping. Noise handling is also cleaner on OnePlus 15. In terms of selfies, OnePlus 15 captures much more natural and realistic tone. It doesn't brighten up the face unnecessarily, and it keeps the exposure balance between the subject and the background. And even in the portraits, OnePlus 15 clearly pulls ahead. You get more natural skin tone, sharper facial details, and a smoother background blur. Edge detection is also cleaner, especially around the hairs. OnePlus 13 brightens up the face bit too much and softens details. See, OnePlus 15 comes with this new add-on of 7x, which is lossless zoom. And here you can take a look at the samples. These samples clearly shows how impressive this lens really is. Whether it's flower, texture, building, or even fast-moving water, the OnePlus 15 maintains crisp details, natural colors, and zero digital noise. We also compared some 20x shots of OnePlus 15 with that of OnePlus 13. Again, OnePlus 15 delivers sharper details, cleaner texture, and overall better subject definition. All the images have been uploaded on G Drive. You guys can check it out. In terms of video recording, now OnePlus 15 can record 4K 120 FPS and that too HDR video. With 8K it can record 30 FPS. And 4K 120 FPS Dolby Vision videos can also be recorded in slow motion. And you can also take a look at the video recording on both the devices. OnePlus 15 is noticeably smoother. Walking shots have less jitters, pans look cleaner, and there's far less wobble around the edges. The 13 is also stable, but you can see more micro shakes and distortion. We recorded this video in 4K 60 FPS, but the OnePlus 15 resolves more real detail, lines, texture, and distance. Subject looks cleaner on OnePlus 15. Okay, so this video is being recorded using both the phones. Left side we have the OnePlus 15 and right side we have OnePlus 13. Both the devices can record 4K 60 FPS using the front camera. You guys can check out the video quality and the stabilization part. And if I move the device towards the sunlight, you can take a look at the HDR control also on both the devices. And let me know in the comment section below about the audio quality and the stabilization part on both the devices. One good thing is you can switch to 1x and 2x on OnePlus 15, which is not the case here on OnePlus 13. In terms of camera features, OnePlus adds new filter in the Pro mode. One is this neon, cold flash and warm flash. After that, you also get this feature where you can take photos underwater or even videos too. To turn off the underwater mode, you just need to hold the power button for 3 seconds and you can easily exit the underwater mode. Okay, now let's talk about other two downgrades. One is the display and the second one is haptic feedback. Display on OnePlus 15 is not 2K, it's 1.5K. The screen size is 6.7 inch, 165Hz LTPO panel, high brightness mode of 1800 nits, which can even go down to 1 nits and even as low as 0.5 nits when reduced white point is enabled. And also if you are sensitive to OLED flickering, then OnePlus 15 comes with 2160 Hz of PWM dimming. See, about the downgrade of resolution from 2K to 1.5K, in general usage, I did not feel any difference while using both the devices OnePlus 13 and OnePlus 15. Until you take a screenshot and later zoom in. And after zooming in, when you see the pixels, there's very slight difference and without zooming in, which cannot be even noticed. And as per the brand, the downgrade seems to be because of the 165Hz panel. The combination of 2K and 165Hz is not possible right now. Other than that, outdoor visibility is great, no issues at all. Sound is quite loud, a proper separation between top and bottom firing speaker. Content watching is great due to the very minimal bezels on all the sides, and trust me, bezels are very less, they don't even feel. While watching content, colors pops out properly. And I've been enjoying content watching experience on OnePlus 15. So I personally don't feel much of downgrade when it comes to display. But the haptic feedback difference you guys will obviously feel if you guys have used OnePlus 13. Compared to OnePlus 13, there's a slight difference, but the haptic feedback on OnePlus 15 is not that bad. OnePlus 13 haptic feedback is slightly stronger, but in that case, what you can do, increase the intensity of haptic feedback on your OnePlus 15 to max, because I've been using a default setting which is somewhere around 70 to 80%, and still I never missed out on any of the calls. But yes, you will feel a downgrade when it comes to haptic feedback. Now let's talk about the performance part, and this is where I'm really impressed with OnePlus 15. It packs Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 processor, 50% better Wi-Fi with a dedicated Wi-Fi G2 chip. It also has 360-degree gyro velocity cooling chamber, USB 3.0 Gen 1, which also allows video output, and an upgraded version gyroscope. And trust me guys, gyroscope is really good on OnePlus 15. I've been playing a lot of games including BGMI, and I'm a gyro player. I can clearly feel the difference even if I compare with my other devices like OnePlus 12 or OnePlus 13. On OnePlus 15, gyroscope is too good. Device pack LPDDR5X RAM, and for the top end model, I think the 16GB variant, that device has the Ultra Plus RAM. But one thing which I noticed, the temperature of OnePlus 15 goes 52 degrees Celsius while performing extreme wildlife stress test. And about heating, while using the device outdoor directly under the sunlight, yes, that time device slightly gets warm, and which you can easily feel while holding a device in the hand. So on OnePlus 15, OnePlus have introduced this new OnePlus gaming technology, and actually that has improved gaming performance on OnePlus 15 a lot. I did test out games like BGMI, Call of Duty Mobile, and by the way guys, you can play 165 FPS gaming in Call of Duty Mobile. Currently on BGMI, we only have 120 FPS, but 120 FPS is stable. It is not like, you'll see a lot of drops in the frames. In my testing while gaming, I generally do gaming for 3 to 4 hours continuously every day. Even during that time, the average FPS was 119 frames per second on OnePlus 15. I mean in BGMI. Talking about other games like Call of Duty, their device constantly maintained 165 frames per second. In Genshin Impact, I never saw the device going below 59 frames per second. And in almost all the games, I never saw device temperature going above 40 degrees Celsius. So that's a very good news for gamers. OnePlus 15 is actually a gaming phone right now, which is meant for performance. OnePlus 15 comes with Wi-Fi 7, NFC, support of IR Blaster, Bluetooth 6.0, and I did test out the Wi-Fi speed between OnePlus 13 and OnePlus 15. Trust me, there's a huge difference. At same place with similar network, you can see OnePlus 13 13, download speed was 32.6 and upload speed was 97.9. Wherein with the same network you can see the speed of OnePlus 15. The download speed was 74.9 and the upload speed was 179 Mbps. So a huge difference when it comes to connectivity in terms of Wi-Fi. And now let's talk about the in-hand feel of OnePlus 15. See, this device feels bigger and bit difficult to use with one hand. Design is always subjective. I'm okay with the design. The edges have those minimal curves which doesn't hurt you if you use your device for longer hours. So the design is not a problem for me. And the matte finish present on this device which I'm using, which is this purple color, does not attract any fingerprint smudges. And when you tilt the device slightly, you'll see a darker purple line around all the back corners, and which looks really nice. OnePlus 15 will come in 3 different colors. One is absolute black, also called as infinity black, mist purple, which we have, and this sand dune, also called sandstorm. Also, OnePlus 15 has better IP rating, IP68, IP69 and even IP69K, which is the protection against high pressure and high temperature water jet from any direction. Now talking about the software, so OnePlus 15 will be getting 4 plus 6 years of OS upgrades, which means 4 years of OS upgrade and 6 years of security patch updates. This device came out of the box with OxygenOS 16, so considering 17, 18, 19 and 20, up to OxygenOS 20, or you can say Android 20, this device will receive OS updates. See, I'll not cover all the features of OxygenOS 16. I've done a lot of videos on that and I'll leave a video in the description below which will help you check all the features present on OxygenOS 16. Even on OnePlus 15, you don't have the support of alert slider. We have this plus key and using which you can switch between ringing modes, trigger mind space or quickly access features like do not disturb, camera profile, torch, translate and more. Also now on OnePlus 15, in the mind space application, Google Gemini have been integrated, which means you can use Gemini to extract and summarize information from your Mindspace application, which is super useful and handy for productivity. Other features are also there like AI Recorder, a new recorder application which lets you auto transcript that can even separate speakers. Then you have AI writing tool on OxygenOS 16 which helps you write article or social media post for Instagram, Facebook or Twitter. You can even change the tones like to standard, detailed, concise and more. In the gallery application, there are 2 new add-ons what they have done. One is the AI relight feature, which removes unwanted shadows from photos and it actually works really well. Then we also have a dedicated video editor that lets you edit videos on the go and export up to 4K 120 FPS, eliminating the need of third-party applications. And now at last, let's talk about the battery backup. So this device comes with massive 7300 mAh silicon carbon battery supporting 120 watt fast charging, 50 watt wireless fast charging, and this device also supports 10 watt reverse wireless charge. And I've been seeing that people claiming OnePlus 15 takes around 35 to 40 minutes to completely charge from 0 to 100. No guys, with 120 watt charger, it does take close to an hour to charge 7300 mAh battery. I'll show you this screenshot because I thought, to have a proof so that I can show you guys. I started charging the device when the battery percentage was 9% and the time was 9:11. And when I completed the charge, that time was 10:17, but you have a notification which says charge completed 11 minutes before. So it approximately took between 55 to 60 minutes to completely charge. But about the battery backup, trust me, battery backup is really good on OnePlus 15. I've been always getting around 8 to 9 hours of screen on time with my normal usage. So in terms of battery backup also, there are no issues. There are few slight downgrades on this device, I know that, but trust me guys, I've shown you all the photos and everything. I feel it's a pretty well balanced device. Still few of you guys says that it's a sponsored video. Guys, it's not a sponsored video, though the unit was sent by OnePlus and I've personally shared my experience with you guys. Now it all depends on the pricing, at what price OnePlus will launch this device. Currently we are not aware about the pricing. Once the launch event completes, I'll pin the pricing in the comment section below. But you guys let me know, according to you guys, after watching this video, how much you rate OnePlus 15. And also make sure to check out the picture quality side by side of OnePlus 13 and OnePlus 15. I have provided all the photos in the description below. So guys, this was the in-depth review from my side of OnePlus 15. As of now, only this much in this video. This is your friend Ashok signing out. See you guys in the next video.